Michel Picaud is the president of the Friends of Notre Dame de Paris. The group raised millions for the rebuilding. The fascinating part about this, first of all, welcome, sir, thank you. The fascinating part about it is I would have said it would have been billions. I would have said it would have been over budget, and I would have said there would have been some scandal about the amount of money that was wasted. But it's not. This thing has been on time, on budget, and many nations joined in, haven't they, Michel?
Yeah, exactly. So we were lucky enough, I would say, to convince tens and even tens of thousands of international donors to donate to the reconstruction of Notre Dame, and we are very lucky, and I thank them very much, because as you said, we have today 45,000 donors in the US, for instance, plus donors in 66 countries. So it's very impressive, and sincerely, I am very grateful for this support we had from all over the world.
The government paid for a lot of the things that were, if you like, related to it, roads, sewage, and those sort of things that were part of the bigger project. But they didn't actually pay for the reconstruction of the building itself. And I think that's the beauty of it, isn't it? This really was a grassroots, not a government-funded project.
Yeah, exactly. So it was effectively 100% privately funded. And I think this is also a reason why we had this success in the restoration. And you need to know that in France, the government owns not only Notre Dame, but also 93 other cathedrals all over France. And the government was, I would say, smart enough to dedicate the public funds to the restoration of the other cathedrals.
What do you feel when you went in and when you look at it now?
So I was lucky enough to be invited to this pre-reopening by President Macron, and I thank him very much. And I think it was really stunning when I entered the cathedral to see this the beauty of the nave, and actually there were no seats yet inside the nave, so we have a very nice view of the whole building and the whole nave and choir, and I think this is very impressive now that it has been restored.
The thing I found particularly impressive, I had a tour with the lead architect and the lead project manager, and the thing I found particularly impressive was, in many ways, the things that you don't see. So, for example, the new fire suppression equipment. Now, look, I know that sounds terribly practical and terribly boring and tedious of me, but they've given a lot of thought to how to prevent this happening again.
Yeah, no, exactly, because we wanted to avoid any dramatic blaze as the one we have experienced, and I think we took advantage of the experience of other cathedrals, like, for instance, St. Patrick's in New York. And now you have a sprinkling system below the roof, and you have firewalls as well. So even if I would say it has been restored exactly as it had been built in the Middle Ages, we have added evidently safety systems to avoid any dramatic event like the one we experienced in 2019.
The French people need this, in a sense, don't they? I mean, let's not put it into party political matters, but the French have been through a lot in 2024, referendum, elections, this, that, and the other. This coming at Christmas is a great moral boost, I would say, to not just to the Parisians who love it, but I think to all people in France. Would you agree?
Yeah, I would certainly agree. So, and after the Olympics, which were also a kind of gathering of French people and also people from all over the world in France, I think the reopening of Notre Dame is certainly one of these peculiar moments where everybody is happy and congratulates each other on something which has been achieved. But once more, not only by the French, but also by the support we have from the US and from all over the world.
Sir, it is a Friday night. It is nearly 10:30 for you at night. I wish you salute and hope you're having an appropriate glass of something to celebrate the events of the day, sir. I wish you well.
Must be champagne, yes. Okay.
Of
Thank
course.
you very much.
And the real stuff, none of this sparkling stuff. The real stuff. Thank you, sir. Put it on my bill. Put it on my bill. Thank you.
Thank you.